Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasudanandana Braja Janarandana. Yasudanandana Braja Janarandana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajagacharya Stottara Sadasri Srimad Avaya Charanarvinda His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tator Jayad Mudirayed Nashtaprayestu Avadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistuki Yam Syanubhavam Akilam Srutisaramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atiter Satam Tamundam Samsarina Karunayaha Purana Guyam Tam Vyasa Sunam Upayami Gurur Muninam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, Text number 48. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 8, 648. Okay, Dhruva Maharaj leaves home. Seems like Dhruva Maharaj already, is explaining. Narad is explaining the beautiful feature of the Lord. Kirtinam Kundalinam Keyora Valayanvitam Kaustubha Varana Krivam Pitakauseya Vasasam Kiritinam Kundalinam Keyura Balayanvitam Kaustubha Bharana Kribam Pitakauseya Vasasam Kiritinam Kundalinam Keyuralayanvitam Kaustubha Bharana Grivam Pita Kauseya Vasasam Kiritinam Kundalinam Keyura Balayanvitam Kaustubha Varana Grivam Pita Kauseya Vasasam Kiritinam Kundalinam Kiritinam Kundalinam Keyura Balayanvitam Kaustubha Varana Grivam Pita Kauseya Vasasam Kiritinam Kundalinam Keyura Balayanvitam Kaustubha Bharana Grivam Pita Kauseya Vasasam Kiritinam. The Lord is decorated with a jeweled helmet. Kundalinam with pearl earrings. Keyura jeweled necklace. Balayanvitam with jeweled bracelets. Kaustubha Avarana Gribam. His neck is decorated by the Kaustubha jewel. Pita Kauseya Vasasam. And is dressed with yellow silk garments. Translation, no purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The entire body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, is decorated. He wears a valuable jeweled helmet, necklaces and bracelets. His neck is adorned with the Kaustubha jewel and he is dressed in yellow silk garment. Kanchi kalapaparyastam lasat kanchananopuram darshaniya tamam santam manonayana vardhanam. The Lord is decorated with small golden bells around His waist, and His lotus feet are decorated with golden ankle bells. All His bodily features are very attractive and pleasing to the eyes. He is always peaceful, calm, and quiet, and very pleasing to the eyes and the mind. Padabhyam nakha mani srinya bilasad vyam samarchatam rit padma karnaka dhisyam akramyatmanyavastitam. Real yogis meditate upon the transcendental form of the Lord as He stands on the whorl of the lotus of their hearts. The jewel-like nails of His lotus feet glittering. 51. Smayamanam adis abhidyayet sanuraga balokanam niyate naika bhutena manasa baradarshavam. The Lord is always smiling, and the devotee should constantly see the Lord in this form, as He looks very mercifully toward the devotee. In this way, the meditator should look toward the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the bestower of all benedictions. Please repeat. The Lord is always smiling.
The Lord is always smiling.
And the devotee should constantly see the Lord in this form, as He looks very mercifully toward the devotee. In this way, the meditator should look toward the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the bestower of all benedictions. Purport. The word niyatena is very significant in this connection, for it indicates that one should execute the meditation practice as stated above. One should not manufacture a way of meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but should follow the authorized sastras and personalities. By this prescribed method, one can practice concentration upon the Lord until one is so fixed that he remains in trance, thinking always of the form of the Lord. The word used here is eka bhutena, which means with great attention and concentration. If one concentrates on the descriptions of the bodily features of the Lord, one will never fall down. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitane Nuspatale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam. Bandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalan Sri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Bisakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Brisabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya. Vancha Kalpataru Vaksha Kripa Sindhu Bhya Evacha Patita Nam Pavane Bhyo Vaisnavevyo Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesya Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. There is a very popular composition about the beauty of different bodily features of the Lord, which is popularly known as Madhurastakam. Madhura Astakam. Astakam means 8 verses. Madhura means sweet. Every single thing, every single bodily features, every single thing that is connected with Krishna is sweet. Krishna's smile is sweet. Krishna's speech, words are sweet. Krishna's eyes are sweet. Krishna's peacock feather is sweet. Krishna's body is sweet. His walking is sweet. His every single thing is sweet. Madhuram madhurebhyopi madhuram epi mangalam. And everything is sweet and so auspicious, very auspicious to see, that cleanses our heart, purifies our heart. When we focus on this beautiful form as explained here by Narada Muni. So when we have this sense of sweetness after having darshan of Krishna in the temple, or when we have that sense of sweetness while chanting the holy name of God in our beads, when we feel that sweetness, when we associate with the devotees of Krishna, then we are no longer attracted to the sweetness or beauty of this material world. When we have a devoid of that sweetness, the feeling of sweetness in Krishna or anything related to bhakti, then our sweetness is still very deep into this material world. And as a result of that attachment of feeling sweetness in this material world, we are wandering from Abrahma Bhavana Loka, from Brahma Loka to the Patala Loka to Martya Loka to all the lokas, Sakala Loka. If you understand Spanish, Sakala Loka means a bad word for it. But in Sanskrit, Sakala Loka means all the planets. So the goal of life, the purpose of bhakti is to cut that knot of the attachment to this material world which we are looking for to enjoy life after life. It helps us making distasteful towards this material world and turn to Krishna. And Prabhupada says once we meditate the Lord with all this beautiful explanation, beautiful Lord within our heart at all time, that person never fall down, even for a moment. Prabhupada boldly claimed that with some confidential devotees that there was not a single moment that I ever forget Krishna in my life. That is what we need to aspire for. Then to such devotees who give up everything externally and internally, and kayana manasa vacha, by the body, by mind, by words, they just surrender to the Lord, and then He bestows special blessing to such devotees. If you see the life of Prahlad Maharaj was revealing, oh, what a terrible birth I have. I was born in a Hari Ugra Jati. Ugra Jati means very degraded family, in a demoniac family. Prahlad Maharaj says in 7th canto, he says that, who I am, where I am a very, very insignificant, low birth person, and then the Lord, all auspicious, all purifying, all beautiful, all wealth, everything, all the most beautiful personality of Godhead. What did I do that He placed His hand as a prasad, as a mercy on my head? Who never put His head on the head of Lord Brahma and Lord Lakshmi ji? Even though they are very great, very close to God, close to Krishna. But who am I? I just was born in a demoniac family. What quality do I have to receive that rare blessing from the Supreme Personality of Godhead? This is only by devotion. because of the devotion. And Krishna also says when he talks with Uddhava, my dear Uddhav, for me, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Lord Lakshmi Devi, great personalities they are not so important to me than you, the devotee, who completely surrender unto me. For my devotees, I am the only shelter. So, in again and again and again and again and over again in all throughout the books, the devotion is so glorified, very important. We do not need to be very nice, well-established family. You should not have beauty. You should not have much of all this knowledge and everything. Simply, we must have our hankering, a desire to cry for Krishna. One Swamiji, a Nepali Swami from Nimbarka Acharya, he is very learned scholar and very good devotees. Whenever we go to him, he welcomes devotees. He just start dancing in ecstasy when he sees devotees. He says that, what can we offer to Krishna? What do we have to offer to Krishna? What is he really looking something from us? Other than your tears, other than your just unflinching, unalloyed devotion. That's all he wants. Just cry for him. When you make a garland, make the garland with the flower of your tears. Or when you are cooking, cook with the mood that, oh, how fortunate I am today. I'm getting this golden opportunity, one-time life event opportunity to offer this delicious bhoga to the Krishna. What austerity did I do in my past life that I am serving my devotees here in this life? So, cutting the nuts of attachment to the material world means we come close and close and close to Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavatam, in 11th canto, he says to Uddhava, dear Uddhava, when you put your trust in your family, your wife, your son, your bandhu, your brothers and everything, they are your friend only up to the place of crematorium. And that is also if they are very well disciplined, well cultured, very good. But nowadays people do not care. The whole relationship is so self-motivated. One always seems to be exploiting another in the family life. If you are fulfilling their desires, supplying them money or other things, then they think that this person is very nice, he's my good son, he's my good brother, he's my good sister, like that. But as soon as you disconnect with those support that they want, then you're no longer a good person, even though you have a very nice personality. But here, he says that the dream is valid as long as we sleep. When we wake up, dream is collapsed, finished, no longer exist. Other day I was having a dream. I was in ISKCON temple, Nepal, and then all the devotees, they were having big celebration. And somehow Patri Prabhu, who brought me in Krishna consciousness, he let me speak on the topic time. And I was giving a short lecture. Time is such and such. We have to utilize time with Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise we waste our time and we miss this opportunity. I was just, whatever I knew, as if I was talking like a scholar. And then all I was talking about time was like utilize the time for bhakti. And when I woke up, oh, that was only memory. I was not in that situation. And I had another dream here in this temple. I mainly see this temple and Nepal temple, because these are two of my Krishna conscious birthplaces. And I mainly see Mother Sandamini and other devotees together, but she is always the main character in my dream. And I was like doing something. I do not exactly remember, but it was a dream. I'm sorry. But I keep seeing dreams of this temple and Kathmandu temple, and then the devotee Patridas and then Sandamini Mataji and other devotees together. But she's the main character. So here I would like to read from the book instead of my speculation. It is said that Putra Dharapta Bandhunam. Putra means children, right? Son. Dara means wife or husband. If you are wife, husband. If you are husband, wife. Bandhu means friends and brothers. Also could be brothers and friends. Panta Sangama. Panta means path. Sangam means when two paths come together, like a intersection. You are going this way towards Fort Lowell, and somebody coming from First Avenue, and you meet there. And now you are, oh, he's my wife, he's my husband, he's my son, he's my brother, he's my friends. These are all relatives. They are with us as long as our Anudeham viyantete swapno nidra anugo yatha. Swapna means what? Who said dream? Okay, yes. In Nepali we call sapana, right? Sapana, swapna, same words. And nindra, nidra means sleep. When you wake up from your sleep, your dream is gone. Okay, that is the relationship between all this. Putradhara, bandhunam. And real bandhu, real well-wisher, real person that always thinks positive, good to us is me. See, Krishna says, I am. So focus on me. The association of children, wife, relatives and friends is just like the brief meeting of travelers. With each change of body, one is separated from all such associates. Just as one loses the objects one possesses in a dream when the dream is over. So this is what is taught by Sri Krishna in Bhagavatam. And there was another beautiful story Krishna narrated to Uddhava. There was a very wealthy businessman, very rich person. But his nature, he was like so miserly. He would never spend even a single penny to his people. Only would accumulate money, and do a lot of good money, business. And he would not even eat himself well, because he would think, oh, if I spend in eating nice food, cooking good food, buying all this nice stuff, then I lose my money. I have to save it for my future. Working so hard and then accumulating a lot of money, and then one day, somehow or other in his heart, he realized that, what am I doing with all this money, working so hard? I'm not even spending for myself. I am such a greedy person. I have never given any pennies to anybody else. No charity, no dana, nothing. But when I die, what I am going to do with all these things? He became so frustrated, detached, and then vairagya came in his heart. All of a sudden, he gave up everything. And he decided to become mendicant. He got a kamandalu. He had like danda, sannyasa danda. gave up all these things and he started walking around. And people started making fun at him. Oh, look at him, he is such a pretending himself as a sadhu. We know him, how he was when he was a businessman, he was working so hard. He would never give any penny to us. Now he is begging from us. Look at him. They would steal his danda and throw away. They would snatch his kamandalu from his hand and then throw it away. They would not believe him as he was a real sadhu. But somehow a big change has taken place within his heart. He had really given up everything. And after getting all kind of humiliation from all people, he said he accepted those as his result of his karma. These all are because of my karma. I am suffering or I am enjoying them. Krishna is getting rid of all my karmas. So I have to accept whatever people do to me. I should not react or revolt or nothing else. Just keep going. So Krishna keeps continuously talking to Uddhava about, says, when ones have that feeling that all the enjoyment in this material world, including everything you can imagine of, as long as one sees them as like hellish, all this material enjoyment, you can imagine what else, what could be the enjoyment in this material world. As long as one does not see them as such a narakiya, means hellish, one should not just artificially renounce. When you have that feeling and you see everything, this whole world, all this heavenly planet, everything else is like just the reaction of a karma, and then it's less, and you can focus your mind, your body, your heart to the lotus feet of the Lord, Supreme Lord, then that renouncement, that renounce feeling arises within your heart and you become Krishna conscious. So we have to focus this point in our heart. Always carry all this with these teachings of Krishna consciousness in our heart and chant the holy name in that mood. Oh my dear Lord, please kindly manifest your beautiful form within my heart so that I can see you when I chant my mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is meditation. We meditate with our mantra. We always see Krishna, try to see Krishna in our heart. Gopala Balam. Nachanye ham brideham baresadapiha. I do not need liberation, I do not need all opulences, I do not need anything, but what I want to see your beautiful form of Gopal within my heart at all time. That's how this Damodarastakam prayers explains about the beautiful feature of the Lord. So bhakti is the best above all other things. So people are manifesting so many ways of meditation and then misleading people about the real goal, the real message. They do not know themselves and they are teaching as a great meditation. That is why Krishna consciousness is the best way of meditation. There is nothing higher than this. This is the highest. All other different processes people may explain are somewhere fragmentally, little bit true and good, but they will not bring ultimate benefit to the people. So Bhakti Yoga is very, very glorious. It never end. Let me find something more. Jai Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki jai. You have any questions? Any discussion?
I can say your question is very transparent.
Hari Bolo, or any discussion? There's another beautiful sloka in this Bhagavatam that about Guru Karanadharam, right? Sulabam Sudurlabam. This human form of body is easily attainable, but it is very, very rare. And we have a beautiful boat which is led by spiritual master as a captain of the boat, and the boat is moving towards the favorable wind by the Lord. And if one is not able to cross the ocean of material death, birth and diseases in such a favorable situation, then one is certainly a destroyer of his own self. Atmadaha.
Which verse is that?
It is in 11th canto Bhagavatam, but I will give you. Prabhuji, do you know that? Which verse it is? Guru Karanadharam.
Like,
Huh?
in the same area, do they say like how the devotee leaves the boat at the shores, but others can cross safely? But he's always leaving the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, you read this book, this canto is very deep. Krishna and Uddhava, they are explaining everything, all detail, how Grihastha should live, how Brahmachari should live a life, how a sannyasa, Banaprastha, everyone, how one should finally come to Krishna, giving up everything, detachment, slowly, gradually, like surrender. Everything is so beautifully explained. After Bhagavad Gita, this is called Uddhava Gita. The Gita spoken to Uddhava by Sri Krishna. Gita is a song, right? Git. Magit gaunchu mero jiban ko hare. This is a song, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a beautiful song. It's a piece of cake. Wherever you start from, it's always very sweet. Sweetened by natural brown sugar. Bhakti sugar. Bhakti sugar, compassion sugar, karuna sugar, mercy sugar, everything is sweet. Yes?
It says here, the Lord is always smiling. The devotee should constantly see the Lord in this form. So it's reminding me of when Krishna was on the battlefield with Arjuna. Even in the midst of this war, he's driving the chariot and he's actually smiling the whole entire time.
At all time.
He really is constantly smiling.
The arrows and the weapons were constantly heading towards the chariot, and Krishna would sometimes push the chariot down to escape all those, and then Arjuna would, with his leg, with his toe, would put on his Krishna's ear like this, go this way, go that way. He would not have time to
Wow.
He was on the top and Krishna was down pulling the chariot, and Arjuna's feet, the toes would be on Krishna's head on the side to direct him to go left or right. And Krishna would just smile and then look at Arjuna. He thinks he's fighting the war, but He smiles, simply smiles. And then he would just sometime, press down so that he would scream. There was a smiling. Never at all. He was not in intense mood, okay. And he was speaking all this Bhagavatam in that environment, in warfare. You are fool, you do not know anything, you talk like a Pandit, but you are so fool. You think you are going to kill these people, but souls can never be killed. And you think if you do not kill, they will survive, they live forever. No, they will die one day, their body is temporary. What a knowledge, I kill you, you will not be killed. I do not kill you, you will be dead. So what is the point of your lamentation? What is the point of lamentation? What we are going to lose and what we are going to gain. But if we have the bhakti, simply love Krishna on the basis of pure devotion, He will dance, He will keep smiling at us all time. If we do not do bhakti, then Krishna will cry. He cannot smile at us. Even though He always is smiling, but that smiling is not attracting us yet. Do we want to make Krishna smile at us or feel sad at us? Definitely, we want Him to smile at us. Yes?
I read somewhere that the devotee sees the Lord smile and it's very beautiful and it's like He's happy with them, but when the Mayavadi or someone in person sees Krishna smile, they're afraid, it represents He's his jaws coming down. I don't know, it's just fearful and not nice.
I think that's death.
I had never known about Chaitanya Gaurnitai deity before I became devotee. I never heard about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though I was born in Nepal. It's very rare. Even in India, many people do not know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They simply, if somebody they only know that, he was a Harinam Sankirtan Parvartak, that's all. They do not know him as God. Even within Mayapur, Nimai was, Harinam Sankirtan. They do not consider him as supreme God unless they are devotee, even within Mayapur. And we have a deity in Baghbazar in Kathmandu, is a center, preaching center, same size Gaurnitai. And whenever they say, Jai Gauranitai, Jai Gaurnitai, and I say, what is this Gaurnitai? I always hear Krishna, Ram, Shiva, all these things, but Gaurnitai, what kind of God name is this? Do I chant? I feel so embarrassed to chant Gaurnitai, because I never heard Gaurnitai. Hare Krishna, that is good because it is always, we are always hearing, everybody knows. But Gaurnitai, I was one day looking very closely to the deity and Gaurnitai. I feel like they're smiling to me. Ever since I fell in love with Gaurnitai and I started, Jai Gaurnitai, Haribo, go, Jai Gaurnitai, anytime, whatever happens, Gaurnitai, this is happening. That, yes.
No, actually what you said, so many people in India and Nepal don't know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, because when you surrender to Krishna, Krishna revealed himself to you.
Yes.
Because when we not surrender, that's like the demon. They could not know Krishna was God. They was trying to fight everything, but the devotee who surrender to Krishna, Krishna revealed himself.
Yes.
Krishna, by his willing, reveal himself to you. It's not, we can see Krishna in our own strength, no.
No, that's absolutely not.
Yeah. You have to show bhakti.
Yeah.
So like Krishna says, by bhakti, I can,
Only by bhakti.
only by bhakti.
Bhaktya paresanu bhavam. There is nothing beyond bhakti. Pure bhakti.
I remember in Gainesville there's also Guranitai, and so the different Indian students will sometimes come in and offer prayers. And many of them wouldn't know who Gordy Kai was, and they just offered some prayers anyway. So one evening I was like, "Oh, who is this?" And we explained, and they said, "Okay, here's my PhD application. Will you put it on the altar to get blessed?"
Unless they see like Ganesh Ji, Durga Mata, Lord Shiva, Krishna Ram Sita, Gaurnitai, they, who is they? Who are they? I mean, are they our God, a Hindu God, or somebody else?
But it continued. So the guy came and he would pray every day to Gordy Kai, and then he got accepted into the PhD school, and then after that he would keep coming, "Oh, this is a very good guy."
Yes. I got approved in my PhDs. That's happened, yes. But Gaurnita is, Toma bina bandhu aar kya ache tumhara. Without me, who else is your bandhu? I am your real benefactor, well-wisher, real bandhu, your real friend I am. Who else is better than me for you? Toma bina bandhu aar kya ache tumhara. Jiva jago, Jiva jago, Gaurachandra bole, Kota nindra jao maya, Pisachi rakole. Tomara loite ami, hoinu avatara. Toma bina, ami bina bandhu aar ke ache tomara. I took incarnation for you. Hoinu avatar. I came down just for you. Who else is better bandhu than me for you? Wake up, please, wake up. Sleeping soul, do not sleep on the lap of Maya so long. Now you have enough done already. Now wake up. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Ataha. Started inquiring about the Supreme Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is knocking your door right now. 500 years ago is just like yesterday. Within our very recent history, there are still some people personally experienced Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. We all are part of that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Look at the life of Danakili. She had everything in her life. She had money, she had everything. But finally, towards the end of the life, she somehow came to Krishna. And we used to go to her in Patagonia once in a month, sometime in Monday. We would have programs. She would cook so many varieties of food. And she would be so happy to invite devotees and feed and have kirtan at her home. And she would say, "This is for you guys, you come and do your program, however you like to do it." Remember Gaurasundar Prabhuji? Mother Sandhavini, we would go not every Monday, but in those days, were very golden days. Patagonia would be like destination. Where are you going? Patagonia. Krishna Kumari Mataji, Danakili Mataji, they would prepare food already. And then we would go and we would offer, and then we would eat and do kirtan and come back. And then also swimming. Yes. So there is a perfection of life. Hare Krishna. Jai Ho. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, jai, jai. Jai Ho, Hari Hari.